The returned Trump back in the Capitol's trenches, the motorcade rolled down Pennsylvania Avenue, a familiar scene tinged with the weight of history. Donald Trump was back in Washington, D.C., not as president, but as a contender. Gone was the air of assured victory that marked 2016. This time, it was about reclaiming lost ground, about proving the doubters wrong. The stakes were high. Trump's arrival was not a triumphant return, but a strategic maneuver. He was here to prepare, to hone his arguments, to sharpen his attacks. Policy deep dive economy takes center stage. Behind closed doors, away from the glare of the cameras, Trump delved into the intricacies of policy. The economy, a cornerstone of his previous campaign, took center stage once again. With inflation soaring and economic anxieties gripping the nation, Trump knew this was a topic that resonated deeply with voters.
He huddled with economic advisors, poring over charts and figures, crafting arguments designed to paint a stark contrast between his vision and that of the current administration. The focus was on the tangible, the pocketbook issues that hit Americans where it hurt the most.
Trump talked about rising gas prices, the shrinking value of the dollar, and the struggles of small businesses. He promised tax cuts, deregulation, and a return to the booming economy he claimed to have presided over during his presidency. Healthcare and immigration striking familiar chords. Beyond the economy, other familiar themes emerged from Trump's policy sessions. Healthcare, a perennial flashpoint in American politics, was once again a central issue.
Trump railed against the Affordable Care Act, promising to repeal and replace it with a system that he claimed would be better, cheaper, and more accessible. The details, however, remained vague, echoing the unfulfilled promises of his first term.
Immigration, another signature issue, also featured prominently in the discussions. Trump doubled down on his hardline stance, vowing to secure the border, crack down on illegal immigration, and build the wall that had become a potent symbol of his presidency. He sought to tap into the anxieties of those who felt left behind by globalization and demographic change, appealing to their sense of national identity and economic insecurity. These were familiar refrains, echoes of the 2016 campaign that had propelled him to victory. On the world stage, Trump's foreign policy approach remained as unconventional as ever. He touted his relationships with foreign leaders, emphasizing his ability to strike deals and project American strength.
He criticized the current administration's handling of international affairs, particularly the withdrawal from Afghanistan, which he portrayed as a sign of weakness and incompetence.
From trade deals to military alliances, Trump sought to portray himself as the ultimate dealmaker, the one who could put America first and restore its standing in the world.
He promised a return to a more assertive foreign policy, one that prioritized American interests above all else. But this time, the global landscape was different.
The night of the debate arrived, a culmination of weeks of preparation. The air crackled with anticipation as Trump took the stage, the weight of expectations heavy on his shoulders.
His supporters hoped for a repeat of his 2016 performance, a display of raw energy and unfiltered aggression that would rattle his opponents and electrify his base.
His detractors expected more of the same, the interruptions, the insults, the disregard for facts and decorum.
But something was different. Whether it was the result of the intense preparation or a calculated shift in strategy, Trump appeared more restrained, more disciplined.
He still delivered his trademark barbs and launched into scathing attacks on his opponents, but there was a noticeable effort to stay on message, to articulate policy positions, to present himself as a plausible alternative rather than a provocateur.
The debate was not without its heated moments. The debate marked a pivotal moment in Trump's campaign, a test of his ability to adapt and evolve. The question now was whether this shift in strategy, this attempt to blend his trademark pugnaciousness with a more measured approach, would resonate with voters. Would it be enough to overcome the baggage of his presidency, the controversies, the impeachments, the constant chaos? The road ahead was long and arduous. The Republican primaries were just the first hurdle. Beyond that lay the general election, a battle for the soul of America that would be fought not just on policy, but on character, on temperament, on the very definition of what it meant to be an American. Trump's return to Washington, his immersion in policy, his performance on the debate stage were all part of a larger narrative, a story that was far from over. The nation watched, holding its breath, waiting to see what the next chapter would bring. Would it be a story of redemption, of a leader who learned from his mistakes and emerged stronger, wiser, more fit to lead?